Hello everyone, this is Neha Sharma, your English language teacher. Today in this video we are going to start our new class and new session 2021-22 with a topic poetic devices. This you have done in your previous classes also, but to understand it more clearly, let's do it once again, and it is going to be very important question in your examination. So let's talk about the poetic devices first. So the poetic devices are also known as literary devices, and these are also renamed as figures of speech. Let's understand what is poetic device. So poetic devices form patterns, and these patterns do many things. They describe, they persuade, they inform, they inspire, they illustrate, and they inscribe the words into memory. Especially you will be asked in the poetry section that which poetic device is being used in that particular stanza or in that particular line. So there you have to be little careful while writing the name of the poetic device or the figure of speech or the literary device. So actually these are used to set the rhythm and to increase the rhyming scheme, to enhance the rhyming scheme, and to make this pattern or the verse or whatever it is the more rhythmic. So these are used for that. First we will see this each device used in a poem, they serves at least one of the following roles. So these are the four roles which are followed by the poetic devices. Number one is rhetoric, that means they persuade someone to feel or to do something, right? Second one is prosodic, that means that creates a sound or rhythm. Next, third one is semantic, that means that established a meaning. And the fourth one is aesthetic, that means that creates the beauty of the writings written by the different poets. So this we have to do as the poetic device. So dear students, this is going to be part number 1 of poetic device, where we will discuss only first 4 poetic devices today. Please listen carefully and make the notes in your notebooks too, so that it will be very easy for you people to get the poetic device in the poem given to you. Now let's start the first poetic device, that is simile. So simile is a poetic device where one subject is compared with the another subject or the object using the words as or like. So this is very important here. If two words, two subjects or the objects are being compared by as or like, right? So those words are used to find out the simile in the particular stanza or in the particular line of the poem. Or you may say simile is a poetic device which helps to describe one thing by comparing it to another. Let's see and understand this with the help of the examples. Cool as cucumber, right? So like we can say this the nature of someone, like she's as cool as cucumber. Blind as a bat, the boy was blind as a bat. So what we are comparing here in the first sentence, she is as cool as cucumber, means she we have compared with cucumber, and the boy we have compared with the bat. Okay, and the words we have used here as light as a feather. Okay, so suppose we are using something here, this dress is light as feather. So that dress we are comparing with feather by using words as. Next one is nutty as a fruit cake. So that you may say the ice cream was as nutty as a fruit cake. So here we are comparing the ice cream with fruit cake. So these are the examples of simile, and please remind, these are the comparison of the two things by the words as and like. Okay, the second one is students sometimes get confused because almost same thing both are, but there is a difference that here we need two words as or like to compare the two things, but here in metaphor we do not require as or like. Clear? Suppose I'll say her eyes were diamonds. So her eyes were diamonds means what I am doing, I am comparing her eyes, bright eyes, with diamonds. Okay, but I am not using here the word as or like. So that is what, once again, the comparison between two things, but here I am not using the words like as and like. So let's understand and first read the definition. Metaphor is a poetic device that imaginatively draws a comparison between the two unlike things. For example, her eyes were diamonds. Second is life is like a box of chocolate, and the third one is the sun in the west was a drop of burning gold. So here in the first sentence I am using her eyes with diamonds, but the words as and like are not being used. Second is life is like a box of chocolate. So here I am comparing the word life with a box of chocolates. Again, as and like and such are not used. The sun in the sun was a drop of burning gold. So here I am using the sun with a drop of burning gold. So these are the examples of metaphor. I hope you understood it with the examples. Please try to find out some more example and try to write down simile and metaphor and get the difference between both of them. So let's talk about the third example and third kind of poetic device, that is what? Alliteration. So as you people know, we have studied 26 alphabet, where we have 5 vowels and 21 consonants. So alliteration is something related to the consonant sound. Alliteration we can find out very easily if the consonant sound is being repeated at the starting of the words. The consonant sound, please take care, the consonant sound at the starting of the different words is known as alliteration. You may resemble this with the tongue twisters also. For example, Sally sells, she sells, at sea shore. So here you have to just speak it again and again, again and again, so that you cannot clear, that's a challenge also can be given to someone. So that is what we have to keep in mind. The tongue twisters are the examples of the best examples of alliteration. So say, please note, alliteration is the repetition of the consonant sound at the beginning of the words. Here the first one is come and clean the kiosk in your closet. So here in this line I am using see, right? I am just pressing on the word see here. See, come, clean, see, kiosk, see once again, and closet, see once again. So this word C, this letter C is being, this consonant C is being repeated here in the closely written words. So this is known as alliteration. The next one is the big bad bear scared all the baby bunnies by the bushes. So here once again you can see the sound of B, which is a consonant and is being repeated after one by one. So big bad bear scared all the baby bunnies by the bushes. So B sound is being repeated here. Shut the shutters before the banging sound makes you shudder. So here S, S and S and S. So this is again the consonant sound being repeated at the different starting of the different words. Next one is bake a big cake with lots of butter and bring it. So here B sound is being repeated. So this is once again what? This is alliteration. So I hope, dear students, you have understood it. Next we will go through the second kind of this repetition, because we will come to know many repetition. That may be the word repetition, that may be the letters, repetition of the different vowels, that may be the consonants. So please remind, this alliteration is the beginning, we have to see at the beginning of the words, and that repeats the consonant sound, right? Assonance is something. Assonance is the next example. Assonance or vowel rhyme, this is also known as vowel rhyme, is the repetition of the vowel sound, that is what? A, E, I, O, U, across a line of the text or the poetry. For example, she seems to beam rays of sunshines with her eyes green. So here you may say this S, S and S is being repeated here. So S sound is what? That is alliteration, that may be, but when we are talking about the assonance, so we have to see the vowels, clear? So that is what? A, E, I, O, U. Here you can see this word seems, beam and green. Repetition of E is being repeated. This sound of E is being repeated here. So this is known as assonance, right? The second one is Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. So here once again you may say this P is sound is being repeated. So this B is what? Consonant. So you may say this is alliteration. That's right. This is the example of alliteration too. But P, E, picked, Piper, pack, pickle, peppers. So here what you notice, here E sound is being repeated, here I is repeated, E or I is being repeated again and again. So that is known as, once again, the example of assonance. Next one, the next one is Sally sells seashells beside the seashore. This example I gave you in the form of alliteration too, right? That's a tongue twister too. But I told this is the best example. Here also it can be used because the sound E is being repeated here. Sally sells seashells beside the seashore. So here E sound is being repeated. See, sells, C, E, beside, C and O, right? So this is once again what? This is assonance. Next one, go slow over the road. Here it is what? O, 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 O. This is not, one more difference is there, this A, E, O sound you will not check in the starting of the word like alliteration. Okay, in alliteration this will be in the starting of the words, but here in assonance these sounds of A, E, I, O, U, you have to check within the word. It may be in the starting, it may be in the middle, it may be in the last. So here it is like that, like go slow over the road. So here which sound is being repeated? O sound is being repeated. In some of the words it is in the last, somewhere it is in the middle and somewhere it is in the starting. So that is called within the word. A host of golden daffodils. Here once again if you will see O, O, O and O. So here is once again it is an example of assonance where O sound is being repeated. So dear students, this was the topic which we took today, and here we completed the 4 poetic devices: simile, metaphor, alliteration and assonance. So I hope you understood it well. Please make notes and revise that. Try to solve more examples from your book. Thank you very much and stay safe, stay healthy once again.